Etipu and Namaste. This is Aset Segmet, your esoteric numerologist. This is part 2 of Numerology and December 21st, 2012. We left off talking about the universal day of 11, and I also wanted to explain that there are other ways of adding up the universal day of 11. You can also take apart 12, 1 plus 2, 2 plus 1, and 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2. That's going to give you 11 straight. I hope that you have your pencil and your paper ready, because I'm going to be giving you more numbers and the actual words in this particular video. Also, there is another way of adding the universal day. I'm just trying to be thorough. You can take 12 plus 21 plus 2012. It's going to give you 2045. So if you add the 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 5 is going to give you 11. So there is no set way of adding up the universal day. I just wanted to make you aware that there are different ways to add this up. I'm going to go forward now into talking about what do these energies particularly mean on this day. I have given you the number 3, which is dealing with communication and expression. I've given you the number 11, which is the number of the visionary, and dealing with psychic awareness. I've also given you the master number 33, the attitude number of that day. So you're dealing with the energy of the world teacher. What does that mean? It means an adept. That means the ability to deliver information on a highly spiritual level. I've also given you the number 12. That is the number of discernment, number of prophecy. Even though it's a highly sociable number, the same as 21, which is the number of the world. Keep in mind, it's very interesting because 21 and 12, when you add them both together, both equal the number of 3 with that frequency. And so the world card is actually a number 3. What I haven't given you is the esoteric month of December, which you get by adding the number 12 and the esoteric, or should I say universal year, which is 5 from 2012. So when you add 12 plus 5, you're going to get 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. This is a number dealing with entrepreneurship. It's dealing with money and finance. It's dealing with employment. It's dealing with income. So it's very materialistic. And it is possible that on this day that people may be selling items dealing with, the end of an age. So if you're in a personal month of 8, you can find it very lucrative for you to make money. And so, in a nutshell, here are your positive side, but dealing with the order of cause and effect and the order of balance, the order of ma'at. If you have a positive, you also have a negative. And so to look at the negative vibrations of these numbers is very interesting. And this is why I was saying it's very possible anything can happen that day. So if you look at the number 3, the opposite number, the opposite energy of that number is hardship and calamity. The opposite of 8 would be aggression and war and destruction. The opposite of 11 is destabilization, facilitation, sudden change. And so I'm not going to do 12 and 21 because they have the same vibration as 3. So when you look at this mix, you're seeing variability, that there could be earth changes and that they could have far-ranging effects, and that it could lead to a cataclysmic event according to these vibrations. What's so interesting is that we get stuck on one day, and you really have to look around and understand that all of these earth changes have always been ongoing. They're not just going to start on one day when they have been going on all around us all along. So it could just mean that on this particular day there might be more of a chance for it to be cataclysmic on the far or the left side of this vibrational energy. So these are just some things to consider. What I also want to bring to your attention is that even though we are dealing with the Gregorian calendar, it's very possible that the time frame may be off. But with that said, there are other prophecies that go along with the Olmec Mayan long count calendar of 5,125 years that actually brings us to December 21st, 2012. What is little known about is the Egyptian Great Stone Calendar. It is a calendar that has been measured inside of the Giza Pyramid. And that calendar also leads to the end date of December 21st, 2012. It is a calendar that brings about the precision of the equinoxes, which I find just totally fascinating. You also have your planetary alignment at the galactic center, where the planets are lined up on the elliptic plane. And so this is where some of the lecturers and authors are talking about we're going through the Milky Way toward the black hole. So I haven't heard anything lately about how we're moving toward the Milky Way at this point, but this has also been calculated to be December 21st, 2012. There is also what we call at Chichen Itza, there's a pyramid called El Castillo, or the Pyramid of Kublai Khan, where there is an amazing light show on the winter solstice there, that at the right time the sun hits that pyramid, you will see like a snake descending down each one of those steps. And the head of the snake is at the bottom of that pyramid. But what's interesting is that once it has made its descent, you will look up and you will see that the tail of that snake will show the star constellation of the Pleiades. And I thought that was extremely fascinating. What's interesting too is this, what might be a winter solstice for us in the northern hemisphere will be a summer solstice for those who are living in the southern hemisphere, those who are living in Australia and New Zealand and South Africa, lower part of South America. This will not be a winter for them. This will actually be their summer. So just a understanding of different time frames, but they all begin on December the 21st, 2012. So is this by coincidence? I think it's an awesome sign that you have different cultures that have the same type of end date. I'm going to go on into actually giving you the actual words so that you can see how the numbers speak for themselves. I'm going to give you two sets because I'm going to start with the actual words of 11. I'm going to give you a spiritual understanding of it, and I'm going to start with the spirituality. Psychic is number 38. And if you break 3 plus 8 down, you're going to get 11. Energy is number 38, which is also 11. Vibration is number 47, which is the number 11. And clairvoyance is number 56, which is number 11. So this is your spiritual side. Now I'm going to move to what might be dealing with this particular energy of the 21st. I have epoch, which is number 29, which is also 11. Summer solstice, which is 56, breaks down to 11. Check this out. Winter solstice, number 65. It also equals 11. Great Pyramid, 65, also equals 11. Aquarian Age, number 65. Egyptian Calendar, number 7411. I'm going to pick this up on my last video because I'm going to wind all of this down for you, so hang in there for me, and I will see you on the next video. Tatapu.